Good morning, Mayor Dan Pope with a weekly video. We're doing Facebook Live this morning. If you don't catch it live, certainly you can watch the replay. I hope you'll do so. It's been a great week, and I want to answer some of the questions that we've received from you, both via email or ones that I get most commonly as I go around town. So the first question is, give me an update on what the emailer said is the event center. I think probably what he or she was referring to is a replacement for the Coliseum. That would be an expo or event center, expo center, multi-purpose venue, dirt floor, whatever it's been called, a bunch of things. Right now we are continuing to meet and discuss this with the other constituents. Maybe most importantly, we've commissioned a feasibility study to be done. If we're going to build something, we need to know exactly what the need is. We know there's a need, but we need to better identify what it is other than the rodeo and monster truck shows. We need to understand what those equestrian type events are, what the ag shows, the stock shows that we're missing, the youth, potentially the youth agricultural events that could come here. Small concerts. So we're doing that. We think that's about a 90-day process. In the meantime, there's still work going on, and the Mayor Pro Tem, Mr. Griffith, is leading that effort for the council. I had a question about annexation. The question was, would the mayor and the council support a petition to change Lubbock to a Tier 2 city? Let me give you some background on that. The legislature last session provided cities cities above 500,000 people to do a forced annexation requires a vote of those being annexed. There's a way for cities like ours, and it's 500,000 people in the county is the way you measure that. So there's a way for citizens like ours, since we're less than 500,000, to get that same provision. It requires a petition. Number of signers of the petition, and that would require in the future any forced annexations to have a vote of the folks affected. I can't speak for the council. I certainly have no problem with that petition, and I've said before, I'll say again, I don't see a forced annexation in our near future. In fact, when I say near future, I'm thinking 5 years, but I have no problem with that, and would not certainly get in the way of that. There was a question that suggested that our city utilities were being used to fund other city departments, and I want to, and why? And first of all, that's not the case. Each one of our utilities stands alone as a business unit. They have their own balance sheet, profit and loss statement. If you're thinking about it from the private sector, in fact, you can find all those on the city website. They're part of the budget. There's several reasons for that. One, it's the right way to run the business. Second, they often are supporting investments that we've made over the long term that have debt that goes along with it, and that debt is satisfied or is paid by the ratepayers, by you and I as we, or you and me as we pay our monthly fees to use sewer, for instance, or our stormwater fees. So I think. If somebody wants to talk individually, reach out to me at City Hall. We can talk specifically about that. I'd be glad to answer any specific questions. But a couple examples of that you might be interested in. We're upgrading the sewer plant on the north side of town. Well, that's being funded through sewer dollars. That doesn't come from general fund dollars. That doesn't come from property tax dollars. That comes from funds that are generated in the sewer business unit that pay for that. We get a lot of questions. I hear these. You very well may hear them about potholes and street lights and those type things. The best way to report those is to call 311 on your phone. That goes straight to City Hall, and you can tell them what your concern is or what you want to report, and they can get you to the right place. You might also try the new city website. You may have seen that we just announced a new website just yesterday, and here's an example of it's optimized to run on your cell phone as well as on your laptop or your tablet, but you can report an issue there also. It's all. I really encourage you to use it. The search function is much easier to use. I really believe that you'll enjoy the website. Let me give you an example. Tomorrow morning we're having coffee with the mayor. I know that's odd. We're having it on a Saturday, but we've heard people say they'd like to have it on a Saturday. So if you knew there was a coffee with the mayor, but you forgot the details, you could go to the website and then type in coffee, and there's the link right there that Mayor Pope's to host a coffee, and there's the details about where it is. It's going to be at Market Street at 98th and Quaker, and it starts at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So hopefully you can join us for that, and hopefully you'll enjoy the New City website. Last week I talked a bit about ERCOT and about LP&L. There was a question that came from that. The question was, when we join ERCOT, will rates be lower, and will we be able to choose our electric provider? I think the answer to those is yes, and yes, we believe rates will be lower. They are today. We see no reason to believe they will not be in the future. And we have said that we'll opt into the competitive market. That means that our citizens will get to decide who provides their power. We hope that that's ready when we join ERCOT. We hope they're ready to do that in mid-year, actually June 1st, 2021. We'll keep you posted as we go down that road, but yes, there will be electric competition in Lubbock, Texas. I know that's important to you. We had it for 93 years. We'll be able to bring it back. Quickly, there's some questions about facilities, a facility update. I hope you have noticed this week that there's glass going up in Citizens Tower. It's starting to look like a building project, not just a demolition project. It's on course, it's under budget or within budget, on time. We expect to finish that as promised late next summer, early next fall. So we'll move in the fall of 19. Some people have asked about the public safety, police facilities, where we are on that. Within the next 90 days, you'll see council take action on architect, engineer, contractor, finalize the locations for all three of the substations. We'll build those at roughly the same time. We feel like same design for all of them, probably the same contractor, give us we think the best bang for our buck, and so continue to pay attention on that. But those plans are moving along as promised, and certainly within the budget. Two more things. Some of you have asked me, you saw the reports about some efforts that our action that our police took last weekend on Saturday night in the Depot District. We've got one business down there, I think, that's dragging the other ones down. Most of our businesses, the vast majority of our businesses down there, whether they operate in the day or the night or both, do a great job. They run businesses well, they're safe, they're fun places to go, they provide good food, good drink, good entertainment. We've got one place where we've had some issues, and we've had a hard time getting the ownership to take heed. And so last Saturday night, we used an ordinance that we have available to us to close it down, and basically because of this is not the exact language, but what I would describe as public nuisance. We've had a chance this week to talk to the owners. We expect that they will comply, and that the act will get cleaned up. But I completely support the actions that LPD took. I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's what our citizens expect that police should do in a situation where someone will repeatedly fail to follow the law. Finally, I'm proud of our Red Raiders. I hope that on Sunday evening at 6 o'clock you'll be tuned in to watch them play the Florida Gators, and I expect that the result will be no different than it was when we played Florida in March to get to the Sweet 16. I'm thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for your good ideas, for your support, for your encouragement, and for your words of prayer. I hope you have a great weekend, and happy Father's Day.